Apparently, due to one of the mods that I've installed, campfires are now unlit when I place them. I'm not getting flint and steel anytime soon. Good God. So, everyone's been going on and on about the Forever Worlds lately. And it's funny to me because all the way back years ago when I launched Minecraft for the very first time, a forever world quickly became my goal exactly, as it did for many, many people, because why would you need another one anyway, right? So here I am, a dozen worlds later. Something went horribly wrong, didn't it? For me and many, many people. Not all of them, but still a shameful lot. And I've seen people blame content creators, the game itself, and it's all fair in its own way, except I can't see how this offers any semblance of a solution. Because let's face it, the content creators set unrealistic expectations. Well, they kind of do, it feels that way. But what do you expect them to do about it exactly? A content creator cannot upload a month-long video. They have to condense it because that's how it works. And many of those content creators explicitly state in their videos how much IRL time and how many convoluted steps went into this one project they're showing. And it still doesn't help, because when you watch the video, it still feels effortless and quick, whatever they say. The game? The game is a sandbox. It wasn't designed to hold your hand in any capacity. Of course, it's not helping. And unless something goes horribly wrong yet again, Minecraft will stay a sandbox. So, no luck there either. And the only thing that is left is us, the players. Whatever we can do with the game, and whatever we can do with ourselves. And the former is simple. It's mods. Just straight up mods. The latter, though, not so much. Let's take the unrealistic expectations thing, for example. Let's say I have watched a BOO video where he whipped out a magnificent build with the speed of light. However, it is my job to sit myself down and tell myself, okay, Alex, this is very cool, and you want this. Of course you do. But, darling, sweetie, you are not BOO. You don't have this kind of experience. You haven't developed this level of skills, neither in planning nor in actually building the thing in the game. So, whatever you're going to build right now is not gonna be either this beautiful nor this fast. Okay? Okay. TLDR, managing our own expectations is our job, not theirs. And I do realize when I say it that managing our own psyche is extremely hard. You have to juggle the aforementioned expectations, the emotions, the wants, the urges, the impulses, a load of frustration that you have to deal with whenever things don't go your way, and oh boy, do they ever! It's a lot, and it's hard. But it is our job. Not as Minecraft players, but as human beings. And when all those things get to us as human beings, in real life, in a workplace, for example, we wake up in the morning and we don't want to go to work. We get to work and we want to slap our boss in the face with those papers to inform them that we're quitting. And we don't, because we can't. Because in real life, we are stopped by real life limitations, also known as consequences. We cannot just abandon ship and let all the problems drown with it, because if we do that in a workplace, we will starve. Plain and simple. Instead, life forces us to properly face the problem, seek solutions, and make it work. In Minecraft, on the other hand, there are no such limitations. And it's good, it's liberating. That's what Minecraft stands for: freedom. Freedom to do whatever you want. So we can throw away any world at any time and start over, no strings attached. That's kind of the point. But that's the problem, because it allows you to avoid the work of making it work. And so we get ourselves into this cursed loop where we start over, face issues, abandon world, start over, face the same issues, abandon world, and start over. Nothing gets solved. And here's the kicker: if you don't make this work, it never will. You know, it's a deeply human thing. Go through the same motions over and over again, somehow expecting a different result. Because animals are smarter than this. We're the only ones, at least to my knowledge. Correct me in the comments if I'm wrong. So, I don't know about you, but I'm tired of cursed and cursed loops. I'm tired of jumping from one world to the next and the next and the next. It's been years, come on. In this world, I am making it work, whether it wants to or not. I am done following rules and standards set by people as distant from my experiences and needs as I am from theirs. In this playthrough, I'm figuring out how I enjoy Minecraft and how I can enjoy a single world for as long as I want. And who knows, maybe this personal journey of mine will inspire you to go on your own personal journey. I hope it will. That's kind of the point of posting it, I guess. Now, as you watch me running around the new world like a headless chicken, I'm going to go over what this playthrough is going to be, specifically. Because I have discovered some things about myself in Minecraft already. And those things, I don't know how to say it, controversial, unorthodox maybe. Because, first of all, I'm a filthy casual, of which I'm justly proud. So I'm playing on easy difficulty that is not locked, which means I can and will switch to peaceful temporarily if need be. I also play with keep inventory after death on, because it turns out losing half of my progress is a huge engagement killer for me. Who would have thunk? So you can't go into the comment section and tell me how wrong I am for playing this way. I mean, you can, but it's not going to change my mind. If this style of gameplay is not something that you will enjoy, please just move on without any negativity and find something that you will. I have seen those arguments online, and I don't think it's a matter of debate to begin with. Thank you. However, I'm playing with cheats off just so that they don't tempt me, because they are another huge engagement killer. They should be kept away from me, as far away as possible. Plus, I have mods installed, mainly quality of life mods, like for easier tree felling, automatic crop replanting, semi-automatic breeding, all the things that I don't hate myself enough to do the vanilla way, basically. On the topic of mods, I also have Serene Seasons just for fun because I wanted to try it out, and I have one food mod that is crucial to my survival. For reasons. Another big thing I should disclose is that this entire time I have been playing on 1.16. I've never ventured anywhere beyond this version of Minecraft. I have never experienced the new stuff myself, I have only seen it in the videos. So, at times, I suppose I'm going to be perhaps enragingly clueless. I limited myself to 1.16 for both technical and mental reasons. And instead of slowly familiarizing myself with the new stuff, I just took a leap of faith. Well, let's see how this turns out. It's sure gonna be fun. For you at least. There is also something I prepared especially for this playthrough, and it's a progression plan. Because third playthrough plus, our progression in Minecraft is permanently broken. Diamond tools on day 10, it's bad. It kills all the fun. So I have developed a specific plan where I have locked the tool upgrades behind builds and builds behind tool upgrades. I also have a few general rules that I follow in this playthrough. First, no chunk base, because spoilers aren't good for the soul. Second, little to no planning, build wise. Like, I have no idea what any of my builds are going to look like. What style, what block palettes, what terrain, how, where, anything. Because I want to let the game guide me, to get into the world and let the world inspire me. And this is good for the soul, and excessive planning is not, so that's there. Third, and you won't believe this, no looting villages, because that's theft, and theft is illegal. And also, why would you need their stuff if you can spend just a little more time and get your own? Are you in a rush, perhaps? Because I'm not. I'm doing all of this specifically to stop rushing. So, no looting villages and no abusing the world structures. I can loot the ones I find naturally that I just stumble into, but I'm not allowed to seek them out on purpose. And of course, I should be mindful of what I do with the loot that I find. Because why would you need to make enchanted diamond tools on day 10 when you can find enchanted diamond tools on day 10? Am I right? Or am I right? That's more or less it, I guess. This entire thing, from the game version to the mod list to this little progression plan of mine, every single one of those is a wild card for me. And I'm really curious to see how all of this plays out. So, hi, and welcome. I'm Alex, just a lonely moth drawn to the weirdest flames. And this is episode 1 of No Rush Minecraft. Bees! Hey bees, I wanna be a friend. They're kind of rare. I should probably take them with me, if they can keep up. I mean, copper exists. I will certainly need their services. I'm currently on stage 1, or rather, stage 0 of my progression plan. That is, looking for a good location. And by good, I mean the one that clicks, that gives a spark of inspiration. Long story short, some location that is interesting rather than convenient. At this stage, I'm not allowed to mine, only dig and chop. I can only carry plants, wood, mob drops, and dirt. It means I can craft a bed, but I can't craft a furnace to cook my meat. So I'll have to live off of the land, aka by foraging. And I need something to forage, which is why I needed that food mod. This is not a normal amount of apples. Thanks, mod. You're the only thing that keeps me alive. So that was day 1? I meant business when I said no rush. Should probably get some birch saplings too. They can be hard to come by, right? Who knows where I'm gonna end up? Cherry blossoms! I've never seen those in person. Give me a second. Oh my, this place is beautiful. But oh my, is it noisy for the eyes. Let's get a few saplings real quick. Uh, sir? Sir, you looked at a cherry tree and made it drop peaches. Like, it was a deliberate choice. We have oak trees dropping apples, and it's bad enough. And you have decided to make it a trend. Okay? Okay. It's funny, I'll give you that. Oh, these are kind of rare. Oh god, these exist now. You know what? 1.16 worked just fine. Ooh, these are rare too. Getting ink sacs for black dye. No. Getting ink sacs as a reminder to make a book and quill for writing down the important coordinates. Because I am losing them otherwise. Yes. Meh, meh. Hmm, meh. Ooh, the local yellow brick road. How do I. I'm not as bad as I seem, I swear. And of course, it wasn't worth it. What I am looking for is vegetables, the only thing I am allowed to take from villages. Because initially, back in 1.16, I was relying on Farmer's Delight mod for wild vegetables. It was very, very convenient and I would say immersive. It was great. Unfortunately, it's currently not up to date, so I can't use it. So basically, there's no other way for me to get these vegetables early game. Unless I'm willing to hunt zombies for the slimmest of chances they will drop them, which I'm not. Thank you very much. So, there we go. Am I hallucinating or is that an azalea tree? Oh my, I've never seen those in person either. Ooh. Well, spruce might be everybody's favorite wood type, but hear me out. Dark oak is basically spruce trying to wear Gucci. And I'll be first to admit, it doesn't know how to style Gucci. We have all seen the color of the stripped dark oak logs. That's something. But it's trying, people. It's trying. The attitude is there. Why not admire that? And not think about color matching. What? That's a creeper. See, I'm not bad at Minecraft. I'm not bad. I may not look where I step, but that's because I'm looking in other directions, okay? Is that a birch forest? If this doesn't end soon, I'm going to drown myself in the nearest puddle, respawn at the world's spawn point, and go in the opposite direction. This rock has just restored half my sanity single-handedly. Not gonna build there though. I'm not allowed to carry anything. How did this happen? Aww, that's a cute little rock. I don't know though. I don't know. Hmm. Oh, hello, gorgeous. There is nothing particularly special about this hill, mountain, whatever you wish to call it, but it's not too tall, it's not too steep, it's an interesting shape, it's got layers, it's got levels. I can work with that. Let's take a closer look, shall we? Yeah, it's got quite a lot of space too. The neighborhood is nice as well. Tell you what, I'm going to write down the coordinates, and if I don't find anything better, I'm going to settle down here. If anything, I'm hoping to find a nearby village. That will really seal the deal. Although I don't think my hope is going to, you know. Aww. Yeah, no, I'm going back. In case you consider this anticlimactic, I did not recognize my hill. I stumbled into it on accident, climbed on top to look around. Only then did I recognize my surroundings, check the coordinates, and realized that I'm a bit of a dum dum. Yeah. Of course, my recording had to stop without me noticing. Luckily, you didn't miss out on much. All I did is that I built an overhang above the bed and I planted my crops, including that one singular priced potato, which turns out to be a lifesaver because of the Serene Seasons mod. What you're witnessing right now is an April shower bringing May flowers, aka it's currently spring and it rains every other day regardless of my sleeping schedule. But more than that, every crop and every tree sapling now has a season assigned to it where it grows. And as you can see here, my potato, one singular and prized, has grown significantly, where wheat, it tried so hard and got so far, but in the end, it basically doesn't grow, which is more than unfortunate. And I'm figuring this wheat field has to go, and it's going to be a potato galore all the way till summer, because potato is the only spring crop that I currently have. But also, it means I can't breed animals. I don't think I can lure them, even, because one of the conditions for the stone tools upgrade in my progression plan is that I get all, or at least most, of the farm animals and I get them into the temporary pens. And I have no idea how I'm going to do this with the sheep and cows, and of course, I could sacrifice some of my plants to the composter or risk my life fighting skeletons in the night, but I'm not even sure it's going to work considering it's the wrong season. And I don't think risk it for the biscuit is a good strategy for right now. So I'll have to figure that out somehow. I know it's going to be a failure. Nope. Let's say it was a noise reduction effort. Some problems just solve themselves. That's what you get for not being a part of a village, I guess. And more so for being a terrible noise machine. And just a little bit for having leads. I do realize it kind of counts as rushing, but I did not expect the situation to be this dire, if I'm being honest. Those serene seasons sure don't feel exactly serene right now. In addition to my ever growing stash of snow blocks, a bit of lighting up, because I feel like I have a death wish with my base unlit like that. No, thank you. And now I think I'm ready for some meditation. I wanted to make some more room for my crops and animals, and you would be right if you told me that I didn't have to do it with wooden tools, but here's the thing. Wooden tools are kind of bad, but they are not terrible. They're only terrible when you compare them to the alternatives, because any alternative is better than them. I've spent an hour and a half digging and placing dirt. And you know what? It was the chillest hour and a half in the last few weeks of my life, probably. It wasn't bad. It was nice, in fact. Yes, too much grind is awful, but just enough grind is surprisingly relaxing. But that doesn't work unless you scale your project to your capabilities. Now this is looking better. I mean, it doesn't look perfect because it's terribly flat, but it's going to be better at some point. I plan on connecting the two shores together, probably up to this point right there, like this line. And I'm going to make a little lake, I guess. But later, much later. And my animals are probably gonna go here for the time being. It's kinda hard to plan anything at this point. I mean, I don't even know what my base is going to look like. That's not necessarily a bad thing either. Happy accidents, people. Happy accidents. And this is exactly why you double check everything. I think that's it for the wooden tools. The stage is ready to be over. The only restriction was minimal mining, and I did mine only to get myself a furnace. The requirements were a proper camp, which I made, a crop field, also done, and farm animals, which, thanks to the wandering trader and my noise reduction effort, are now safe and secure in their very own pens. I do feel guilty about it. I usually let the wandering trader just, well, wander until he's gone, but I'll be better next time, okay?